Police say a 5 or 6-year-old was involved in the filming of a child exploitation video at Kingston. Our reporter Amira Vastra is at the Hobart Magistrates Court. Good evening, Amira. What can you tell us about the man who's been charged over this?
Joe, we can't broadcast the identity of this man, but what I can tell you is he's a 45-year-old man from Cygnet. He's set to appear here at the Hobart Magistrates Court later tonight, charged with involving a young person under 18 in the production of child exploitation material. Local police say that material was found in New South Wales late last year, but as a result of a joint investigation with Interstate Police, they believe it was filmed in Kingston in 2006. The allegations are it was a 5 to 6-year-old child who was involved. Joe.
Yeah, thank you very much, Amira. Amira Vastra joining us there.
Good evening. A Hobart taxi driver has allegedly been assaulted overnight by an off-duty police officer. Tasmania Police confirming that Professional Standards is investigating. Our reporter Amira Vastra spoke with the alleged victim and filed this story.
Police have confirmed they're investigating the alleged involvement of one of its officers in an incident last night. A 34-year-old constable from Glebe Hill charged with assault. A taxi driver says he drove a man from Salamanca to Howrah at 2 o'clock this morning. Anderson Chen claims the passenger was very drunk at the time and once arriving at the destination tried to avoid paying the full fare. An argument then ensuing, and this is when the taxi driver was allegedly assaulted.
He punched me a couple of times in here, or kicked in here, and also in my lip, and a little bit in here, as you see.
Deputy Commissioner Scott Tilliard released a statement this afternoon confirming the officer allegedly involved will now be investigated by Professional Standards, and a decision on whether he'll be stood down will be made on Monday. The taxi driver says this incident has scared him.
When this happened, I think I maybe get out of this industry as soon as can.
The police officer has been bailed to appear in court next month. Amira Vastra, Southern Cross News.
Good evening. Police say there is little chance of finding missing kayaker William McCallum alive. The search continuing today with police and the SES scaling back operations, focusing the search to the south of Port Esperance.
Family members flying in from South Australia overnight still in shock, but thankful for the assistance provided by the community.
The SES and the police, I can't thank them enough for all the resources they've put into the search and rescue, and just the local community in Dover and Southport for their help.
William McCallum was working as a photographer in the area, producing promotional tourism videos for local businesses. Uncle Stephen Downton says the family is devastated by his disappearance.
Yeah, pretty upset. It's not looking that promising at the moment with the search and rescue, and yeah, just really upset. The whole family is.
Police scaling back search operations this morning. 1 helicopter, 3 police boats and SES volunteers searching shorelines along Bruny Island and between Dover and Southport. Data collected from drift patterns in the area providing new information.
Yesterday is showing that it's gone out into the channel, to the D'Entrecasteaux channel, and is headed south. So it's interesting, and so we're obviously using that as a reference point for the search.
Police say there is little chance of finding the man alive and will scale back search operations later today.
I expect that we'll continue to search with police boats for some days yet, but obviously in a scaled down form.
William McCallum was reported missing on Sunday evening. His kayak has been recovered, along with a paddle and some camera equipment. Amira Vastra, Southern Cross News.
People are being urged to take their health seriously by paying more attention to the possible risk factors and signs associated with having a stroke. Often known as the silent killer, the Stroke Foundation is keen to encourage everyone to have their blood pressure tested.
For Alan Keogh, time was critical in preventing what could have become life-threatening.
When he had the main stroke, it was most obvious because he couldn't speak. He was conscious but couldn't speak. And I immediately dialed 000.
It was this quick response that helped limit the damage to Alan's brain. 18 months on, with only minor impairments, the couple now ambassadors for stroke prevention, keen to pass on their knowledge to others.
So it is vital that what we're talking about gets out to the wider public, and so that more and more people become aware and are better educated than we were.
While Tasmanians are more likely to suffer a stroke than other Australians, we're the least likely to present to the hospital for treatment. The Stroke Foundation hoping to turn those figures around, partnering with 90 pharmacies statewide for a free health check.
It's a free blood pressure check, and it also includes a range of questions for people to understand whether there are other things than just their blood pressure that may be contributing to their risk.
Stroke Week runs until Sunday. Amira Vartstra, Southern Cross News.
And our reporter Amira Vartstra is at MAC 2 for tonight's Monofoma festivities. And Amira, it looks like a big crowd has already gathered.
Joe, tonight is the last opportunity for people to come and see just what MOFO has to offer. Music lovers and art enthusiasts already spending the last 5 days enjoying exceptional performances here in Hobart. Later tonight, organisers promising to end on a high with a laser show and UK DJ Milo performing here at the MAC precinct. It's the last chance to take part in the Monofoma festivities. Back to you, Joe.
You won't want to miss the last opportunity. Thank you very much, Amira Vartstra. A big weekend coming up in Hobart with the Wooden Boat Festival underway. The waterfront already filled with vessels of all different shapes and sizes. Our reporter Amira Vartstra joins us now from the docks. And Amira, it looks beautiful there.
Well, Joe, it really is picture perfect. It's all happening here tonight at Sullivan's Cove. Hundreds of boats are already docked. I'm joined by Festival Director Paul Cullen. So, Paul, what's the attraction with wooden boats and what makes them so special?
I guess it's the beauty of their design, the craftsmanship that goes into it, the longevity as well. Some of these boats are more than 100 years old and they're just gorgeous.
And so what are we expecting here from the festival?
Well, it's a big, open, delightful festival for everyone in the family. There's much more than boats involved. There's great food and entertainment and the like. We have a wonderful MyState, very important kids area, which the kids will enjoy for the whole time. And it's all free, along with free transport in Hobart this weekend. So it's a great example of how you can get out with the family and really enjoy the best of Tasmania.
And, I mean, there's hundreds of boats. Is there one that's a particular favourite for you?
I wouldn't dare pick a favourite, but there are some very unusual boats here. And one arrived this morning called the Rusik. And the Rusik is a Russian ship, a replica of a Viking ship. And they've brought it all the way out here from Russia to be with us. We were all watching them sail down the east coast of Australia, betting on whether they'd get here in time. They did this morning, and they had a hero's welcome.
And what's the range of boats that we'll be seeing in the festival?
We've got everything from tall ships like the James Craig and the Enterprise down to tiny, exquisite little dinghies built by hand. A whole range of them in different designs. It's remarkable how many different ways there are to build a wooden boat.
And what do you think is going to be the main sort of draw card for people, the main attraction for people?
I think the one that's most popular year after year is the children's quick and dirty boat building. This is a challenge to school teams to build a boat, a real boat, in 3 hours. And it has to go into the water and it has to float. Now, not all of them do by the end of the race, but they have a great time doing it. It's hilarious to watch.
So it's obviously fun for all the family then?
It really is. The MyState Australian Wooden Boat Festival is not to be missed. It's only every 2 years. You need to get to Hobart for this one.
Well, thanks, Paul, for joining us. Back to you, Joe.